Namaste. Fantastic. I know often post lunch we get a little bit of the drowsiness happening. First, I want to say a big namaste to each and every one of you. It is an absolute honor and privilege to stand before all of you today as the coordinator of the Hindu Youth Conference at the World Hindu Congress 2023 Bangkok. Is everyone able to hear me at the back there? Yeah? Okay, cool. In addition to the warm welcome extended to you at the plenary today, I want to personally thank you for taking time out of your life and your schedules to participate in this significant quadrennial event. I want to thank all the delegates, speakers, volunteers, my joint conference coordinator, Ramdas Tiwari, who's right now running errands to make sure that the conference runs smoothly, as well as my organizing committee for the Hindu Youth Conference, who've been working over the last few years to get to where we are today. As you would have gotten to know, the World Hindu Congress is a platform with a tremendous vision for the entire global Hindu community. It serves as a means to connect, share ideas, inspire one another, and impact the common good. Held once every 4 years, the World Hindu Congress's 7 parallel conferences showcase how the values, creativity, and entrepreneurial spirit of the global Hindu community find expression in a variety of spheres, including economy, education, media, politics, and organizations, as well as the unique leadership and contributions of Hindu women and youth. Just one moment. Interactive sessions offer space to deliberate on the challenges and opportunities facing Hindu communities across the globe and seek tangible solutions for the progress and prosperities of Hindus and the betterment of humanity and the world. It is more than just an event. It is the visible result of the collective intention and determination of committed Hindus for the revitalization of Hindu civilization. As I speak now, 6 other conferences are taking place in parallel. Economy, education, media, politics, women, and Hindu organizations. This conference is run by the Hindu Students and Youth Network. Established in 2012, HSYN was created as a platform where Hindu students and youth could connect, inspire each other, and learn from young achievers, activists, leaders, academicians, and thought leaders. The network offers peer-to-peer learning, inspiration, and motivation. It empowered students and youth to strategically work for the resurgence of Hindu Dharma and create the next generation of capable Hindu leaders. If you looked at the agenda and timetable today, you would have seen that the Hindu Youth Conference is almost like a cross-section of the entire World Hindu Congress. A mini WHC, basically. But why these topics? For any society to be successful in the world, there requires a need for active participation in the following areas: economy, education, media, and politics. Chanakya says, Sukhasya moolam dharma, dharmasya moolam artha. Loosely translating in English, the basis of happiness is dharma, and the basis of dharma is resources and wealth. Hindu community is one of the wealthier communities globally. They generate a lot of wealth. However, more often than not, it is as workers and employees. Many within the Hindu community get very excited when individuals of Hindu origin are named as chief executives of global businesses and multinational corporations, Google, Microsoft, etc. However, ultimately, even in that role, they are a worker. As a 1.2 billion strong Hindu society around the world, how many visionaries have we created in the technological and economic front? Steve Jobs, Elon Musk. The economic empowerment of Hindu youth is vital for the prosperity of our community And young entrepreneurs can play a pivotal role in driving economic growth. Education. Education is the cornerstone of progress. Young people should be encouraged and equipped with the knowledge and skills that they need to excel. And knowing how to navigate academic challenges or Kurukshetras is essential. Actually, many of you would know what it's like to be on campus as a Hindu. From the classes that are taught, to the interactions with peers and staff, to ultimately what is generated in these institutions. We only know too well the challenges in the space of academia. If we are not participating in the spaces, and that too in the subjects which often shape social discourse and narratives about Hindu society, such as social sciences, political science, political history, we not only don't have a say, we also end up as targets. The second point I want to mention here is that times have changed. Yet a huge part of our society is still churning out engineers and doctors. I do not disrespect that. I myself am an engineer. They are important. But understanding what fields of study are now hot in demand enables individuals to pursue very lucrative careers also. Media. I'm sure you're aware of the term, a picture says 1,000 words. If you are not participating in what people see, if you're not participating in what people hear, then you have no influence on what people think and perceive about you. And the onus is not on other people to find out the truth. How others perceive you, that responsibility lies with you. The representation or the lack thereof in the media space, be it entertainment, news, social, etc., plays a critical role on how a community we are perceived. Not only just perception by others, but even it starts impacting how we perceive ourselves, our own identity. It is crucial for Hindu youth to master the art of narrative setting and influencing media perception. By doing so, we can make our Hindu identity visible, acceptable, and respectable in the mainstream. Politics. In the Mahabharata, Bhishma says to Yudhishthira, Sarve Vidya Raj Dharmeshu Yukta, Sarve Loka Raj Dharmeshu Pravishta, Sarve Dharma Raj Dharma Pradana, Yata Sarva Patas Hasti Pade Nimagna. Means, politics is intertwined with all the knowledge. Politics exists in all the spaces or lokas. Politics is most important in all because it regulates, monitors, and controls everything. Just take a look at your own life, be it within your family or at the national level. Politics is everywhere. What you can do, what you can't, what freedom you have to express versus what you can't. You can just see between even two adjacent countries significant differences in individual and group liberties. And to ensure you continue to be free to be yourself, that you can continue to freely be a practicing Hindu, then you also need to ensure you are playing an active role in the political space. If you do not actively participate, you and what you hold as important and sacred are then ultimately at the whims and fancies of other decision makers. Young Hindus must take the lead in elevating Hindu leadership and advocacy. This includes advocating for our rights, participating in democratic processes, and empowering our communities. And it's important to understand, I talk about all of the above with a very heavy focus on identity while participating in these spaces. It is very hard to be identity free when operating in these areas. Let's take economy as an example. If you're only focusing on intense wealth generation, but it is hoarded and kept in a bank, then basically it is the capitalistic worldview. If you're focusing only on wealth distribution, but could care less for how the wealth is generated, you're having a socialist worldview identity. But if you're wanting to take responsibility for not only generating the wealth, but also distributing and supporting the society, then you're operating with the Hindu worldview, which is grounded in Hindu identity. Satahastra samahara sahasrahasta sankira. It literally means create wealth with 100 hands and then share it with 1,000. The Hindu drishti, Hindu worldview and Hindu identity plays a very key role. Your interaction, observations, reactions, understanding and resolutions are guided by your worldview. So having clarity and confidence in your identity plays a key role in how you and the wider Hindu society is or isn't treated with respect and dignity. If you don't participate in the above 4 spaces, you will ultimately end up on the human rights issue spectrum. It could range from offhand Hinduphobic comments heard on the street to mob violence and genocide. And you can see the spectrum when looking at different countries throughout the world based on the level of participation from the Hindu community in the spaces of politics, media, education, and economy. Yes, I am sounding repetitive, but I'm just trying to hit home a point. So if you look at Fiji, you look at Bharat, Sri Lanka, US, Indonesia, UK, Pakistan, Bangladesh, each one is on a different part of the human rights spectrum. You may say, okay, Murali, I understand all of this, but why do we need to do anything about this? Can't someone else attend to this? There are many big Hindu organizations. Can't they work on it? I have so many things, from my studies, to my family, to my career. Whether you like it or not, whether you believe it or not, whether you accept it or not, youth are the one that will be having to live and face the future. Either we can be ready for it and be prepared for it, or not attend to these challenges and when the time comes, face the severe consequences. I do not say this to frighten anyone, but I'm just stating the facts. It is with this need of creating capable young Hindu leaders who can proudly hold their ground, articulate Hindu point of view, counter inaccurate narratives, present data, correct perception, shape the collective Hindu identity, and strengthen the Samaj that this Hindu Youth Conference has taken shape. Over the next 2 days, you will see a number of speakers from various backgrounds, qualified, successful in their fields, who will be helping to shed some light and share knowledge about some of these important areas which require some active youth participation. They will, as panels, help to answer some questions you may have on these topics and also question some of the conclusions you may be currently carrying. The conference also provides an opportunity for you to network with like-minded, inspired and capable youth who are also interested to participate and contribute to the global Hindu resurgence. All I ask over the next few days, please sincerely participate in these sessions. Provide your active listening, make notes. If you have questions, note them down so they can be asked. Only your wholehearted participation can help you to get the most out of the conference. Of course, it's not just individual. I'm sure as an outcome, you will develop many new connections, friendships, and start building relationships with your peers and across various organizations too. This collective approach to the same goal will help us to become successful together. So during the conference, please do not be with only people you know. Lean into discomfort. Go meet new people. Introduce yourself and start having these discussions with one another. You will be very surprised what you will learn. With this, we can move on to the first session for the day, Hindu Identity. Namaste.